pee pads, treats, toys, poop bags. We're good. Let's go get the puppy. All right, we're here. I haven't had a puppy in 8 years, so I'm excited and nervous all at the same time, and anxious to see the pups.
Wanted you to meet Dad real quick, son.
Yeah.
This is Marino, and that's his roommate Gucci. Yeah. Marino's our big guy. That chest right here is just my boy. So if y'all weren't here with me, he'd just stay turned on, but he's able to turn on and off. So that's what's great about him.
I'm sorry.
That's one of the things, again, that's why I really like him, and that's why we're really putting him heavy into our program right now.
Yeah.
His size is kind of secondary to, you know.
His behavior?
Yeah. So his temperament is gold.
Yeah.
Baby, come here. Good boy. But see, he's got the same wide chest and that face.
Yeah.
So I'm anticipating more of a Merino
Color?
body style.
Okay.
And he's gonna have some not as light of a color. He's gonna have more of a tint to it. This guy's gonna have more of her colors. I like the way he's built. He's built like a rhino. And so one thing that people mix up with this breed, with some of the other ones, they think that they're being happy because their tail's doing this, right? It's up and it's doing this. That's the sign when it's doing like that. It's almost like a warning, you know. That's happy.
Sure.
Here it's alert.
Yeah.
It's alert. Don't get closer.
Yeah.
It's so early to tell really anything, especially for a non-working dog. You know, none of these contributing factors of like, we're not doing prey pull stuff, we're not doing anything that would suggest the dog would have more prey than the other, because that's not the breed. Inherently, the dog's gonna be protective, which is why I'm getting this breed. So it's a tough decision when you have two dogs. I'm glad that there's only two, because the more of the dogs, it'd be harder to decide. So it makes it a lot easier to decide, but there's nothing other than maybe coloration that sets them apart as of right now. So what I'm doing here is I'm just doing a little bit of food work just to see what their interest is, gauging their interest. Other than the coloration and maybe the conformation of their body, like you said, like he's probably gonna be more like Dad. You think he'll be more protective and kind of...
Yeah. On a scale of 10, I would say maybe like 7 to 8 on that.
Versus like.
Yeah, this one will probably be like a 5.
We're gonna do blackface. Reason is because the two males available, the white-nosed male is gonna be bigger like his dad Marino. He's gonna be wider, he's gonna be thicker likely. We just don't need that much dog, so we're gonna go with the smaller dog, and so that's the dog we're gonna pick. So, you ready to go home? Meet your sister? Exit 8. That says 8. So 8.
It's okay. You're probably just hungry. You missed lunch.
Yep, so it begins. He's not a baby, Taylor. Right?
He is a baby right now.
He is a baby, but he's a baby Boerboel.
He's a baby Boerboel. He's being so good.
He doesn't really have a choice, see? Okay, got him. So we just picked up Burley. We're naming him Burley because when Taylor and I were in Australia on tour, dog training seminars, we stayed at a place called Burley Heads, and we fell in love with it. It was really pretty, and the proper spelling is right here. And so, yeah, so we just like Burley, and it fits him. So this is Burley. We're flying tomorrow. Luckily, we're in first class, so we have tons of room for him. But we're gonna fly with him tomorrow. It's gonna be our first time flying with a puppy, and we'll see how it goes. But today, gave him a little bath. We're gonna bring him outside a little bit so he can soak up the sun and kind of get to know him a little bit, and we'll see how the first night goes, but yeah. All right, we just had our first pee accident, and we're not starting potty training until tomorrow evening, just because we're traveling and he just left and he's overwhelmed and he's getting acclimated to us. But this is gonna be the beauty of this. You guys are gonna see every single moment of me raising this puppy and how we're gonna train him to be the best boy he possibly can. So I'm excited for this series. All right, this is the first time he's actually been on leash, so he's gonna fight it. Let's just get to the elevator. All right, so as far as equipment goes, I have a martingale. A martingale is basically like a hybrid of a flat collar and a collar that has action like a slip. So it has the flat collar, but then it has this little option to get a little bit of pressure to the dog, so it's a safer collar to use, especially when a dog is being introduced to leash pressure. So that way it's not stagnant pressure, so it's just like a flat like this. Has a little bit of action, which is perfect sizing. I just picked it up at PetSmart. I have the No Bad Dog 4-foot training collar, and I'm using the No Bad Dog treat pouch with his kibble in it. So he's obviously terrified right now, so you don't want to overwhelm your puppy, but you also want to be realistic. The sooner that you're realistic with your puppy, the sooner they're going to mature. I shouldn't say that. The sooner that they're going to gain confidence. So right now, he's never been away from his family. He's never been off his property. All of this, all of me, all of you is a huge deal for the puppy. So I'm using his kibble right now, which we got from the breeder, to just use as positive reinforcement to expose him as positively as we can. He's taking food, so right now he's a little shaky, he's a little nervous. I mean, just imagine what it's like for him. But he's gonna start opening up, and he's accepting food, which is good. So it's just a process, and you gotta kind of have to rip the Band-Aid off, because of course you feel bad. He's a cute little puppy. You don't want to overdo it, of course. You don't want to, like, there's times where you saw, like, I'm just going to pick him up and escape him from the situation because it's too much. But anytime that you can just help him build his confidence, it's going to be better for him. We're going to keep going. We're going to walk together. Let's go. Come on, Burley. Come on. Burley, come on. Burley. So leash pressure's on a little bit. Come on, Bubba. Come on. Taylor, walk with me. Burley, come on. Come on, Burley, come on. Come on. So watch this, guys. Yes, good boy. Good boy, Burley. Yay, jackpot. Good boy. So that's what I was hoping he would do. That's why I queued it up with you guys. I am taking this very slow with him. Now, if that took 5 to 10 minutes, that's fine. You just don't want to overdo it. So you're watching the puppy to make sure it's not too much, where they're flattening out, they're peeing on themselves, they're starting to run away. He's just nervous about making a commitment towards somebody. And the sooner you guys do this, again, the faster this dog is going to be able to get more confident. So we're going to do this a couple more times and rep it. But again, this is live. I've had this dog for less than an hour. You're gonna watch him grow up on this channel, which I'm excited about. So we're just gonna keep doing this just to see if he progresses. Come on, Taylor. Yes, good boy, Burley. So he hesitates. Come on, Burley, let's go. So we're gonna do that again. Right now he wants to back away from the leash pressure. Come on, Burley. Yes, good boy, good boy. Good boy, Burley. Good boy. The goal right now, guys, is for him to consistently walk with me on the leash. Good boy, Burley. Yes, good boy. So introducing him to the leash pressure first day. Burley, come. Come on, Burley. Yes, a good boy. Good job. So he feels that little bit of leash pressure. And the goal is, again, is for him to walk with me without any pressure on the leash. So he understands how to yield to that leash pressure. And he's doing great. He's like, nope, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too scary. Burley, come on. Come on. I'm gonna help him make the decision. Yes, good boy. Well done, Burley. Come on, Bubba. Yes, good boy. Nice work. Good boy. Come on. Come on, Burley. So I'm not pulling him here. Come on. That's important. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Burley. Good boy. Every second he's walking with me is a point for us. Come on, Burley. Yes, good boy. So my goal is for him to get comfortable on the leash. Good boy, Burley. And also, I don't want any resistance on the leash after he's introduced to this. So look at how well he's doing just after this 5 minutes of work here on the leash, where he's not pumping the brakes anymore. Good boy. Nice job, B. Hold. Yes, good boy, Burley. So teaching him, again, just to walk with us as humans is really, really important first step. When he's peeing, is he peeing? Yes. Good potty. So good boy. Good potty. Good potty. Good potty, Burley. So this is gonna be potty. I'm gonna start cueing this. Go potty, go potty, go potty when we go outside. Good potty. Good boy. I would there's so much going on in my head right now. I'm so excited you guys get to see this process. Good job, Burley. So like a kid, you know, tons of pods. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is 5 minutes. I've had this dog for less than an hour. And look at, yes, good boy. Look how well he's doing, the confidence that he's already built. Now, this is really important because oftentimes people get puppies and they treat them like Cabbage Patch dolls. And I can assure you this is not one of those dogs. And your dog at home is probably not one of those dogs either. So making sure that you don't enable them to be unable to think by themselves and not gain confidence. Just look at the difference, guys. Literally, in the real time that you guys are seeing this, in less than 5 minutes, he put on the brakes every single time he felt that leash. Now he's walking with Taylor and I confidently, happily, and doing it at a really good pace. So we're gonna continue this up. Let's go. Good boy. Yeah, good boy, Burley. Good boy, Burley. The other important thing to note is what we're doing right now is giving him breaks. Literally working him and developing with him for 5 minutes and then giving him a 20-minute, 30-minute break. That's cool. That's really important because he's a baby, so he can't really function like an adult dog would as long as they can the duration. So just making sure you're not overdoing it and over pushing it and making training too stressful for the dog where they just can't keep up mentally and physically. So now we're just gonna hang out until dinner and then maybe do a little bit more later, but that's really important to not overdo it. All right, so I said we weren't potty training tonight, but I am gonna feed them, and then the most important thing when you're doing potty training is management. If they drink and eat, they're gonna have to pee and poop usually within 30 minutes. So I'm basically gonna feed him his food tonight, and then in about 20 minutes, I'm gonna set the timer, and we're gonna go back outside to see if he's gotta go. And he's excited to eat. Here you go, big guy, here you go. Hey, there you go. All right, it's been 20 minutes. Make sure you don't put your puppy down if you live in a long hallway because your puppy will make a mistake on the way down. Pick him up, bring him outside. Good boy, Burley. Good boy. Good boy, Burley. Good boy. Now let's see if we can get number 2. All right, guys, like clockwork, 20 minutes later, we have a poo. He ate and drank. Set the timer for 20 minutes, and he came out and he peed and pooped. Honestly, it's really that easy. Eat and drink, eat and poop.
Jen?
Yep. I think I'm perfect schedule right now. I've always liked big dogs, but when I was younger, I wasn't necessarily allowed to have one. We had like Shih Tzus and Pekingeses and smaller dogs. And after my St. Bernard Thompson passed away, I knew eventually I would want another big dog because I just really like them. So after becoming a dad, I wanted a big protective dog. And so after doing my research and thinking back to some of the breeds that I've worked with, I've worked with a couple of Boerboels before, and I absolutely fell in love with the breed at that point. You guys remember Cooper and some of the other dogs that I've worked with. I really enjoy them. I like their personality, I like their stoicness, I like their confidence. Now, if you guys are just looking for a puppy or any dog, and you just want a dog, go to the shelter. There's millions of dogs out there that would love to be in your home or be in your life. I looked up this breed and the breeder. I interviewed the breeder. I've been talking to the breeder almost every day since this guy was born and even until this day. And so I got this specific breed, this specific dog for a very specific reason. And sometimes you can't do that when you go to a shelter. Now, the best dog I'll probably ever have in my life, hold your ears, Burley, is Lola, which I adopted from a shelter PetSmart floor type thing. So I would just encourage you guys, if you're looking for a new dog or you're looking for a new puppy, go to the shelter and get one. This breed in the wrong hands could be an absolute disaster. So just make sure as we're going through this process, you guys understand that. I'm very, very, very excited. For the first time in 8 years, I have a brand new puppy to work with, to share this experience with you every step of the way with my buddy Burley. So stick tuned because we're gonna be updating you guys each week. All right, so we just got home, so this is going to be the introduction of my dog Lakota to Mr. Burley. So we're gonna first separate them by a fence, and then we're gonna integrate them into the house. I think she's gonna do okay. She usually does good with puppies, but we'll see. Lakota, this is your brother. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Go potty, Burley. Ooh. Oh, he growled at her. Dakota's body language is good. She's very excited. Burley just kind of stepped up to her, barking at her. Good girl, Coda. Good girl, Coda. Burley. No.
The puppy girl? Say hi to the puppy.
Hi.
Do you like your puppy?
Hey! Hey!
Hey.
It's okay. That's your sister.
Puppy. Puppy.
Puppy.
Puppy.
Good job, Banks. So, Burley, obviously what you saw there, 8 weeks old, Boerboel coming out, he's charging the fence, he's immediately like, hey, I'm here, I'm big, and this is a new dog, new color. Everything is new for him. This guy has had a really long day. This is the first 24 hours with us, but tomorrow is going to be the first 24 hours at my house, and now we can start the crate training. Then we can start the potty training with the integration with my other dog, Lakota. So it's going to be a fun series, and I think they're going to do fine. But that's just that Boerboel coming out. I mean, I personally don't see too many puppies stepping up to the plate to tell my Dutch Shepherd off, and he did immediately. So I think honestly it's because he's cold. He's from Texas. He's tired, and he's completely disoriented. So we'll see how it goes, but stay tuned and we'll see how things go.